Hey guys, so we're checking out our recently completed 33x19 flat series with dual hinged riser build setup. Let's dive in. Alright, so starting off, we have a custom junction box on the back. What it's going to do is going to handle our power in, so our power con to dual IEC split out to the Zumas, and it's also going to be handling guitar in, 1/4 inch out, XLR out. From there, we're going to go guitar input in, and the first thing it's going to hit this drop pedal right here. Like so. From there, it's going to hit the Cali 76. And then from the Cali 76, it's going to go up and hit the POG 2. From the POG 2, it's going to go down and it's going to hit the input of the PBC6X. Everything is labeled too, so if you do look at the front of any pedal, it has labeled what it is. So we got the loops for the protein, for the Gladio, for the Benson. Even shows what's pre, what's post. So we have a bunch of pre pedals and a bunch of post pedals, and as well as the post pedals also have MIDI channels for which ones have MIDI. We have insert loops, volume pedals, everything red remote, everything is in here. So like if this guy is on, we can actually see the red remote, which is super handy. Starting off, we have page 1. So this is gonna be our preset page. There's a little added foot switch up here for banking, which is labeled on the front. So left is bank up, right is bank down. You can select the preset. Same function, switch as normal. These aren't bank up and down. These are now presets. So we have excess presets per page, which is super handy. We hit the function switch one time. We can go to our first of drive pages. We have 2 drive pages, 1 wet page, and a MIDI page. So page 1 for the drives, I looped a lot of the 2-in-1 pedals in. So we have like the protein, so we got protein left and right. We got Gladio left and right. We got the Benson. We got the daily driver. So that is going to be like these guys. 2. Now you see a light come on. This is actually the red remote. So that's presettable. So he could switch between, which is super handy. And then that is the kilt loop that physically turned the loop on. Starlight. Secret preamp. This does nothing. Super duper right there. The reason everything is in a loop for these drives so he can move stuff around in the editor. Hitting function again takes us to the wet page. That will turn on our wet effects. So as you can tell, everything's off right now. As soon as we hit, turn on the timer. Turn on reverb. Modulation. And those are all after the RJM, so he could step on them at any point and turn something on. But if you're doing presets, it's best to go through the switcher. These don't do anything, so they aren't programmed. And then we go to our MIDI page. So this is where, like, if we have say we'll turn the Big Sky on. We go to Big Sky page, but we don't like the sound of that. Tap goes up. We can change the sound, as you can see. Or you can go down. And like so, which is super handy. That works for all the switches. So aqua is going to be the Big Sky, yellow is going to be the timeline, blue is going to be the Mobius, and then these 2 purples are going to be the tone X's left and right. So you can see the left one. We'll change the left side. right one, we'll change the right side, which is super handy. And back to home. Let's go ahead and play through the board, play through all the overdrives, let you hear it, and then we'll talk about how to build a preset. right, so let's talk over how to build a preset. It's really, really simple. There's a few steps you just want to make sure you do, and from there, it's the same thing every single time. I do have a video on preset songs and set lists on my YouTube channel that you can check out. This will walk you through how to build a preset into a song, throw it into a set list. You can have different set lists for different gigs, different types of genres, whatever you want to do, and it will all save it right there. So 1, we're going to pick a preset. So we're going to hit 1, and then there, 2, we're going to hit the function switch. We're going to pick our drives. So I am just going to put on, I just want the Benson for now. Yeah, I just want the Benson, nothing else. I want the Big Sky. But that's not the sound I want, but we'll get there. So we're going to pick our wet effects. We're going to hit function. We're going to go to our MIDI page. So now we're going to find the sound that I want for my reverb. Sure, I like that one. And then we'll go for delays. I like that. Once you have everything that you want to save, all you do is hold the function switch down when you're in this mode. It says stored. As soon as you hit function again, go back to that preset. 2, got nothing. We got a whole different sound. Boy, as soon as we go to 1, everything switches back. But we go to 3, it might be clean right now. As soon as we hit 1, Benson engages, the timeline engages, so this is the Big Sky, and I switch to PCs, as you can see. It's like they're changing right now. They're also turning on by MIDI CC messages, so that's why they're coming on and off. And that's it. That's how you build a preset. Let's go ahead and move over to connecting the controller to the editor and actually plugging in the editor. All right, so plugging in the editor, really, really simple. There isn't any like MIDI hub or anything in the video that the guy did. He had everything connected. Problem with that is it can create a lot of noise. It's just not something that you want to do. You'll get a lot of ground loop from your computer and stuff. My rule of thumb is to always go directly straight into the unit. So use the black cable that you have in the box, and you want to plug it in. If you can hear, there's actually a little bit of high pitch ring right now. So from there, once you've plugged it in and you've connected to the computer, make sure you download the Mastermind Editor 5.3.1 from rjmusic.com in the downloads. It's under PBC6X. I can also send you a link. What you want to do is go up to transfer, connect to device. So now it says it's connected. You want to go over here and you want to read settings from device. Always read settings first off, especially if you make any preset combinations here. You want it to track on the computer. This is where you can actually do your preset labeling. You can rearrange. You can change the names of stuff. You can do the order. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in here. So it's going to pull everything over. So now you can see we got presets, drives page, drives 2, wet page, the MIDI page. You have 16 pages. You're not going to, unless you do a bunch of creating stuff, you're welcome to. They're all blank. But this is actually where you can go in and you can build presets. You can do different combinations. You can build them from the editor. You can literally page over and turn, like you saw preset 1 that we built, the Benson turned on, as well as the Big Sky and the timeline, which are shown right here. So that's the cool thing about this editor is you can build presets on the computer without connecting the controller, as long as you have like the most recent update. But this is where you can also do songs in the set list, which my video I can do. Don't worry about MIDI. Audio tab is where you can see all the audio loops, what's in what loop. And then this is actually where you can go and drag and drop and rearrange a loop order. So like one loop is at the end. So like we have the super duper here, which is a fuzz. So we're going to want to move that all the way to the front. Like stuff like that. So you can move stuff around. Don't have to worry about any of this. I'm not worrying about the tuner because as soon as you roll back, you can do your tuner. It's really simple. You make any changes like that, all you do is go back up to transfer and you want to send it back. So like say you just did that. You just changed the loop order right there. All you do is go up to transfer and right changes the device. It's going to do its thing. And now that loop is going to show all the way at the front, which is super handy. This is also where when you build preset songs and set lists, you will actually select which set list. So right now we have it set as none because we don't have any, but that's where you can go and change it, which is really, really handy. And then you can just unplug. I always suggest unplugging the cable when you're not using it with a computer just because you get that high pitch ring, which is super annoying. All right, so that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Drop a comment below if you're watching this video and you have a question. Make sure you hit that little bell for the like and subscribe so you get notified of all of our setups that we are coming out with. We've got a lot more coming. Stay tuned. Enjoy. Have a good one. Bye, guys.